Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. Welcome to the Tea Nicole Show, where we explore the timeless strategies, insights, and stories that empower individuals to leave a lasting impact on the world. Whether you're an inspiring entrepreneur, a seasoned leader, or simply someone striving to make a difference, join us as we deep dive into the principles and practices that shape legacies. Get ready to be inspired, equipped, motivated to build a legacy that transcends generations. Welcome to the journey of legacy builders. So, I want to say hello. I am your host, Coach T. Nicole, and I'm excited that you guys decided to join me on today. And I want to talk about the show, the T. Nicole Show. Each and every week we have a special guest, and sometimes a special guest isn't able to come, but we still want to come and provide knowledge to everybody, because we believe, like, I am a life coach, but I believe in authentic living as well as creating legacies for generations to come. So I want to talk about an upcoming event that I am having along with my sister Rashida. And so it is going to be Heal Her. It's the Heal Her experience, is what it is. And so it's a day retreat. And so we want to bring women together to heal the womb, to practice self care. And we're going to do it through dancing. We're going to do it through exercise. We're going to do it through self-care practices, so meditation, and we're going to give you some words of encouragement, as well as just doing something that helps to heal the woman from the inside out, because we believe in healing ourselves. We believe in really spending time with nature. We believe spending time with whoever we believe in, because it's a part of the healing journey. And sometimes we can try to do it by ourselves, but it's good when we come together with like minded individuals that are willing to deep dive into something greater than ourselves, because of the simple fact, again, healing looks different for everybody. Everybody has to go on a journey to want to self discover who they are, want to heal from past traumas, learn how to forgive, learn how to be free, learn how to just walk in their power and understand that they have full potential. And so, as a life coach, as someone that has survived her own trauma, like, it took me years to learn the things that I learned, and also to trust the God within, and also to trust that where I am today and have been, I'm not always going to be. So it's like every stage is different. Every stage of my healing has been different. So I want to talk about my journey a little bit. So in the beginning, my life wasn't that easy, but now here it is. I'm 43 years old, and I don't really like to replay the story in the beginning, because it's not so much what happened to me in the beginning that defines who I am today. Because the experience that I had in the beginning, it was rough, but it was like every every area of my life. So, like, for example, so with me, I used to deal with insecurities. I used to deal with depression. I used to deal with low self-esteem. I used to deal with not knowing my worth, not knowing how to use my voice, not knowing how to show up and when to show up. And so for me, that wasn't easy. It was like every phase of my life. So for being a child, being an adolescent, and to now being a full adult. So beginning adult, young adult, into now in my later years, it's like I had to replay my life. Like every time, every chance I get, I do a lot of self-reflection, because I'm like, okay, this is what happened to me in my beginning stage of my life. This is what happened to me in the next phase of my life. And so now here it is, when things come my way, the oppositions come. I'm stronger today because I know how to fight differently. I don't have to harm people with my words, and I don't have to allow people to harm me with their words. But instead, I speak up, because it was a time when I didn't speak up. So this is why this is important. So being able to heal authentically, being able to heal organically, being able to heal spiritually, being able to heal mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially is so important. Because in the beginning, when I was a kid, I didn't know anything about money. I didn't know the value of money. I didn't know the value of self, even though I was a kid and I had to learn these things. So as a young adult or preteen, the things that I did when I was like 5 years old, I didn't do them when I was in my 13s and when I was like 13, 14, 15, but I still was trying to figure out life. And so I knew a little more about money, and I knew more about my health. I knew more about my body. I knew more about my understanding, the wisdom and the knowledge that I needed so to grow and to heal. So why is this important for today? So as we host this event that's coming up, it's going to be March the 30th, and it's going to be held in Grosse Pointe, Michigan. And so we're going to talk about like the different areas. So like my key piece is self-love and self-care, and focusing on meditation and healing through sound and just stretching, because I believe this has been something that has helped me for all the stages of my life, from even being a child. So, like I was saying about the healing from the child's perspective, and then becoming the adolescence, and then are becoming the next phase, which was preteen, teenager, and then becoming a young adult. So it's like all of these new things, newfound things about me being able to come into an understanding of, you know what, this is how I started in my life. This is where I am today. This is where I want to be. And realizing that I had the power. And so, as an adult, as a full adult, it's like some things that still come my way. I'm like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to maneuver through life, and realizing that I have the choices to make. And so I want to help others be able to realize that they have choices they have to make, because again, as you look over your life and begin and realize and remember the beginning stages of your life, like, look, this is where I was in the beginning. Now this is where I am today, and this is where I want to be next. I don't want to continue to say I want to keep having these same cycles or having these same bad habits, but instead I'm realizing my fullest potential. So as a coach, this is what I help people do: find out what it is that they have been dealing with. So getting to the root cause of the problem. So, like as I was saying, when I was a child, I thought a certain way, I acted a certain way, I did things a certain way. But then when I became an adult, some of them same things, they started to show up. But now I'm walking differently, and I'm believing in who I am, and I'm showing up differently. So these are all the factors in healing: being able to identify, recognize, acknowledge when something does not go our way, or when something is not working for our best interests. I want to say hey to whoever's watching, because today my guest was not able to make it, but I want to talk about the healing experience that we are going to have on March the 30th, because as a life coach, it's some things that we need to work on. And so, me, I believe in healing people holistically, focusing on the whole person. So, as someone that has been on a journey of self discovery, of healing organically, it's not been easy, but it's been a part of my journey. And so I used to blame others, and I used to blame myself for the things that I did and the things that I endured. But now I'm like, okay, I got to take back my power. So showing up insecure, showing up with low self esteem and doubt and all those things, like I couldn't help anybody until I learned to help myself. So this is why this conversation is important today, because sometimes we get in places and spaces and roles, and we haven't healed, we haven't forgave people for our past. So as a coach that is all about authentic living, it's all about facing your fears, overcoming the past, becoming and evolving to who you need to become, and realizing that you always had the power. And so on Saturday, March the 30th, we are going to have an event, and it's called Heal Her Body Experience. And why is it called that? Because we are healing the body, we're healing the mind, we're healing the spirit. Because we realize when you do something holistically, you don't just focus on one area, you focus on all. And so today's show, I just wanted to say thank y'all for coming to join me each and every week. Sometimes we're going to have a guest, sometimes we won't have a guest, but I want you guys to do me a favor. Continue to always be who you are. Sometimes things don't go the way you plan. And today is an example. It didn't go the way I planned, but I'm learning that I still have to show up. So I want to encourage you, when things don't go the way that you plan, when you have a lineup, you always show up no matter what. And that's what I realized. Like, as I heal myself, as I go on this journey of healing, self discovery, I'm learning to believe in myself. So I want to encourage you to continue to heal, continue to grow, and continue to evolve. Don't always live in the past, because sometimes we live in the past and we stay stuck. And then we don't want to show up when things don't go our way. Sometimes we live in the past and then we don't forgive the people that did us wrong, and so we might be having like pain in our body because we're holding on to something that happened in the past. So we got to learn to be free, we got to learn to forgive and move forward. So I want to say thank you guys for joining us this week. But y'all come back next week. Next week we're gonna have a different segment. And who knows, we might have a special guest and we may not have a special guest, but I'm excited for the healing journey. So today we were just talking about the healing journey and being able to set yourself free and knowing that you have what it takes to be free. You have what it takes to be healed. You have what it takes to be whole. But you got to dig within. You got to go deeper. And it's okay to get professional help. I am a life coach. I'm not a therapist, but I help people in the capacity that I can. Because as a survivor, I became a life coach because of the simple fact I had a life that I was not so pleased of. And I didn't know how to show up as Tea Nicole. My name is Therese Teasley, but I go by Tea Nicole because T is a part of my last name. Nicole is my middle name. But the thing is, I had to become who I am today by putting in the work, by learning to love me, learning to embrace me, so I just wanted to encourage you guys on today. And y'all make sure y'all tune in next week for another great episode. And I look forward to seeing you guys soon. If you would like to be a guest on our show, please inbox us. Because of the simple fact, I love capturing stories. So for those that are just tuning in, I want to say each and every week we bring positivity. We talk about life issues. We talk about healing. We talk about loving, forgiveness, authentic living, and for people to tell their story. So when you come on this platform, you can tell the story how you want to. You can tell your story. You can do it through music. You can do it through dance. You could do it through aroma, or like like therapy, like how whatever works for you. Because I learned something in 2020 when people lost their lives. There was so many people that were dying left and right. And even with today's time, it's like a lot of people don't get a chance to tell their story. But here, I want you to tell your story in the capacity that you see fit. So that's why it all ties together. The Tea Nicole Show is just a show for people to express themselves. I'm not saying get on here and be like just like cussing and stuff, but just come, be free, be yourself. Because again, I've been experiencing a lot of loss from families, from friends, and people that I care about. And so I want people to be free and be comfortable telling their story because it's necessary. It's necessary. I recently had a couple of people that I love to lose their life. So now I want y'all to understand the healing her body wholeness experience, our holistic experience is simply an opportunity for you to go within, for you to believe in you, for you to sit with your feelings and your emotions and honor them, and to forgive yourself from the past, forgive others, to love your womb, to speak life to your womb, to heal your womb, because it's necessary. Us as women, a lot of time we take on the cares and the worries of everybody else. And sometimes we haven't forgave ourselves from the past. So like I had mentioned in the beginning when I was talking about the beginning of my life, like I don't really want to just stay stuck in that place, so I don't really stay there. I move forward. And so I had to learn how to maneuver through life. So when we come to healing the womb, we carry a lot of stress, a lot of worry, a lot of fear, a lot of doubt in our womb. And so now it's time to heal. It's time to renew. It's time to re-strengthen. It's time to release. So thank you guys for tuning in today. And I look forward to seeing you next week. And again, if you want to be a guest on the show, make sure y'all tune in, because you can. You can. You can tune in, you can share the video, you can like the video, but not only that, you can be a special guest. So I want to say thank you for joining us on this episode of the Tea Nicole Show. We hope you have been inspired and equipped to make meaningful steps towards your building your legacy. Remember, greatness is not determined by what we accomplish in a moment, but by the impact we leave behind. Be sure to subscribe for more insight and inspiration on your journey to building a lasting legacy. If you would like to be a guest on our show, email us. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep striving, and keep building your legacy.